Welcome to today's explainer. Listen, if you're a new handyman and you're just setting up your very first business profile, well, you are exactly in the right place. Today, we're building a practical, step-by-step tutorial designed specifically for independent pros like you who want to absolutely conquer local digital marketing. And our core promise today? It's simple, but man, is it powerful. We're going to show you exactly how to take a dusty, totally ignored online listing and transform it into a booked, solid schedule. By the end of this explainer, you'll know how to go from completely invisible to highly in demand. Let's get into it. All right, so here's the digital tool belt we're using today. First, the Google Business Power-Up. Second, building your reputation moat. Third, your AI content engine. And finally, 30-minute marketing Sunday. Okay, kicking things off with part one, the Google Business Power-Up, where we're laying the foundation for local visibility. Okay, let's dive right into this foundation because honestly, if you get this part wrong, nothing else we do today is going to matter. The biggest mistake most local handymen make right out of the gate, treating their Google business profile like an old school Yellow Pages listing. You know the drill. They fill out their name, punch in their phone number, and then just leave it there to collect digital dust. If you actually want to close the visibility gap and get your phone ringing, you need a fundamental mindset shift. You've got to start treating your profile like an active, bustling storefront. It needs to show genuine signs of life. So to get that storefront whipped into shape, we're going to run a super quick 5-minute audit. Think of this as your actionable checklist. First up, instead of just using a broad category, get specific. If you specialize, say deck builder instead of just handyman. Specificity wins every time. Second, ensure you've got a local phone number listed, like a St. Louis area code if that's where you're based, right? Not an 800 number. You're a local pro, not some massive national call center. Third, define your service area by specific zip codes, like 63124 or 63119. And finally, make sure you're actively dropping local keywords right into your business description. Now, check out the contrast here. On the generic setup side, we've got a general handyman claiming a massive 50-mile radius. I mean, that tells Google absolutely nothing about who you actually help. But look at the optimized setup. A specific deck builder targeting a highly valuable St. Louis zip code, 63124. By narrowing your service area down to high-value targets, you aren't limiting yourself. You're actually signaling to the search engine exactly where you are the most relevant, and that makes you way more likely to show up for the exact right customers. Once your profile is up and running, you've got to execute what the source material brilliantly calls the vibe strategy. Listen, the algorithm doesn't care about professional studio quality perfection. It really doesn't. It just wants recent activity. Google absolutely loves an active business. By posting just one recent, even totally imperfect job site photo a week, you're signaling that you're alive, you're operating, and you're getting things done. Even if there's sawdust everywhere or, duct tape holding a bucket together in the background, post it. It's authentic. Just remember to naturally seed in those local keywords like Kirkwood Furniture Assembly while you're at it. Moving right along to section 2, building your reputation moat. This is all about letting your customers do the selling for you. As a handyman, you're operating in what's often a pretty low-margin business environment. Because of that, your reputation is literally your only defensive moat. It's the armor that protects your business from competitors who might try to come in and undercut your prices. We want your customers doing the heavy lifting of selling your services. And guys, here's the harsh reality of the local search market staring us right in the face. If you have 5 reviews and the guy down the street has 50, you've already lost the click. Period. It doesn't matter if you're 10 times better at fixing drywall than he is. The customer's perception is driven entirely by that review count, and your competitors are going to steal the job before your phone even has a chance to ring. So how do we actually fix this? Well, we use the ask framework. Most people just say, hey, please leave us a review. That's the bad way. Why? Because it gets you a generic 5-star rating with 0 text. The good way is to ask for a story. Try saying something like, could you mention the specific repair I did for you in the review? It helps other neighbors find me. Do you see the difference? Asking for a specific story naturally generates those golden local keywords right in the review itself, and that helps future neighbors find you so much faster. Of course, no one's perfect, right? Eventually, you might get a bad review. It happens. This is all about managing the gap. Do not, under any circumstances, ignore a 1-star review. Instead, respond to it with logic and empathy. The absolutely crucial point here is that future customers looking at your profile aren't actually looking for a perfect, totally unblemished track record. They're looking for accountability. When they see a calm, professional response to a less-than-ideal situation, it actually builds massive trust. Now, what's really interesting about this is the math. Check out this massive number, 300%. The data shows that if you use automated SMS follow-up nudges, which is basically just sending a polite text message asking for that review after the job is wrapped up, you can increase your review rates by an incredible 300% compared to just asking in person. Automation is literally the secret to scaling your reputation without breaking a sweat. All right, on to section 3, your AI content engine, getting professional marketing on a handyman schedule. Let's talk about how to maintain that professional marketing vibe even when you're working a totally exhausting boots-on-the-ground kind of schedule. We're going to start treating tools like ChatGPT and Google's Gemini as digital power tools that do the heavy lifting for you. Look, creating posts used to be a massive headache, but now you've got an exact template you can just copy and paste. We call this the new project prompt. You just type into the AI, "I just finished, type of job, in neighborhood." Write a 3-sentence Google business post that mentions I'm a local St. Louis handyman and encourages neighbors to call for a free estimate. Boom. In literally 3 seconds, you have perfectly localized marketing copy ready to paste right into your storefront.
You can also be super proactive. Enter the season change prompt. You just drop this bad boy into Gemini or ChatGPT. It's starting to get hot or cold in St. Louis. Write a helpful tip about gutter cleaning or pipe installation and mention that my handyman services can help homeowners prep for the season. This effortlessly creates timely, genuinely helpful content that homeowners really appreciate. And more importantly, it directly drives service calls right as the weather shifts.
But wait, what about photos? Handymen usually take very, let's say, utilitarian photos. You know the ones, a dark, kind of blurry shot of a pipe under a sink. Not exactly inspiring for a homeowner, right? Well, here is your Better Photos guide. Step 1, just take that basic before and after shot. Step 2, upload it to a free tool like Adobe Express or Gemini. And step 3, give the AI this prompt. Enhance the lighting in this photo and make it look professional for a business website. And just like magic, that dark, gloomy pipe becomes a bright, clear, highly professional marketing asset. Finally, section 4, 30-minute marketing Sunday. Let's look at your weekly maintenance routine. I want to really reassure you here, this strategy is not meant to become a second full-time job. Let's look at the actual workflow because it's so simple. Step 1, you sit down with your coffee, spend maybe 10 minutes on a Sunday morning, and use those AI prompts we just talked about to generate 4 quick posts. Step 2, use a free scheduler, like the one that's actually already built right into your Google business profile, to set those posts to publish automatically on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And step 3, you step away from the computer. And this brilliantly illustrates how, with just a few minutes of work on a Sunday morning, your entire digital presence is secured, active, and working hard for you for the whole month. So we've walked through powering up your profile, building that crucial reputation moat with specific reviews, firing up your AI content engine, and automating the whole shebang. It all comes down to one final provocative thought for you to chew on. Will you trade just 30 minutes of your Sunday to guarantee a booked solid week? The tools are right there, they're completely free, and they absolutely work. It's time to go build that digital storefront. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.